Welcome, everybody. Why don't we ask everybody to go ahead and sit down? Plenty of seats over here. Plenty of seats. We'll go ahead and start the program here. Could we have asked for better weather in December? Is that possible? I don't think so. Or close to December? Again, welcome, everyone, to this a fabulous day weather-wise, but more importantly, a fabulous day to celebrate this groundbreaking for this amazing project at 965 Florida Avenue, otherwise known as the Wren. Get a little applause for that. This is going to be an amazing mixed-use project. It's going to have be anchored by a Whole Foods market here, but it's also going to be a mixed-income residential project that will be located above the supermarket. And so we're very happy to be able to take advantage of what is a great location in Washington, D.C., but really an awesome opportunity to have a mix of uses for the community. Obviously, projects like this do not happen by themselves. They involve lots of folks, and so you'll hear lots of thank yous today. I'm going to start off with just a few. Obviously, a project like this would not happen without the great leadership of our mayor, Mayor Muriel Bowser. There's some folks in the Deputy Mayor's office who made sure that this project happened. Saroshal Padwala, who's our Director of Real Estate Development, who unfortunately could not be here today. Mark Blyer, Sega Bacali, Javier Beltran, our lawyer for this project, have been awesome in terms of making sure that we worked with the developer to get this project across the finish line. We had lots of additional legislative help. Molly Hofsummer helping us through. We had Karima Woods and Joy Jocelyn, who were very helpful in some of the community benefits that this project is going to bring, which I'll talk about a little bit later on. Lots of agency support. We had the Department of Housing Community Development. We had FEMS, Fire and Emergency Management. We had DCRA, and I see Director Bowling here as well. We had DDOT's assistance in this. We had the Office of Planning, and I see Tanya Stern here. We also had the Housing Finance Agency, and I saw Director Todd Lee here as well. So thank you all for all the work that you all have done for this project. Obviously, also, we had great private sector partners to make sure that the project went forward. We have the developers here, MRP, Ellis Development, JBG Smith, as well as Whole Foods, who will be able to talk a little bit later about some of the specifics of the project. Again, the mayor says that I have 3 jobs, right? My jobs are to be focused on tax revenue, increasing tax revenue in the District of Columbia, increasing jobs for D.C. residents, and thinking about affordable housing. And it's the affordable housing one that I want to pause on for a second. If you come to the Deputy Mayor's office, you're going to see a ticker, a real-time ticker in our office. And that ticker shows affordable housing units in the District of Columbia. And part of it is purposeful in our office in that not only when you outsiders potentially come to the Deputy Mayor's office, but when I come to my office every single day, and when people in our office show up to work, they see affordable housing first and foremost. And we recently were able to celebrate the 6,000th unit under this administration that we have been able to start. That deserves some applause, by the way. 6,000 affordable housing units in just under 3 years that we've been able to start in our administration. And I am very happy to report that when I go back to the office today, that we will be able to chalk up an additional 132 units of affordable housing for this project by itself. In addition to some of the thank yous that I mentioned before, I have the great opportunity to introduce another sort of champion for this project, who is the Ward 1 council member, Brianne Nadeau, who really over the last year and a half has really been a proponent of not only the great benefits that this project will create, but really how this project will fit into the Ward 1 community. So I'd like to invite up Councilmember Brianne Nadeau.
Thank you so much, Deputy Mayor. It's my pleasure to be here. And I see we have a number of ANC 1B commissioners here. Can you all raise your hands? I see 1, 2, 3, 4. That's right. Thank you for being here. You know, it's funny. I was on ANC 1B, and I was thinking about this project this morning on my way over here, and how when you're involved in a project from the beginning, And then all of a sudden it has a name. It feels so weird because in my mind this will always be 965 Florida. And back when I was on the ANC, we still refer to projects by either who the development team was or by their address. But of course, since those projects have gone up, they've become a whole community. And I know the Wren will be that way as well. The people who come to live here will be our neighbors, hopefully our friends, with the, 132 affordable units. I mean, that's what this is all about. When I ran for council, 4 years ago now, we talked a lot about affordable housing. And it was really important to me, and I know to our mayor, that we turned that talk into action. And this project was already in the works when we all came into office, but there was a new law coming. Council had just passed a new law, and mayor said, let's go back and revisit this project and make sure that we can get the absolute most affordable housing possible on this site. And I am so proud that she is our mayor, that she did that, because it is going to make a tremendous difference to the people that live here in Ward 1. When you talk to people across the city, the number one thing we hear about is affordable housing. And we have to keep building. We can't possibly be building fast enough. That's why we also do preservation, right? We spend a lot of money on preservation. And I know Director Lee agrees with me there. But today, we're going to celebrate the rebirth of this space that has been vacant for so long. And there are community members here who have waited and waited. I know some of them contacted me regularly and said, when are we going to break ground? So we were so excited to be able to invite them today. I want to thank every member of the community in the ANC who worked so hard on making this deal the right one for our neighborhood and our community. It's not just about the bricks and mortar or the people who will come to live here, but also the hundreds of people who will have permanent jobs here in the Whole Foods. This is a really special, special project. So I just want to thank everybody who worked on this, Ellis and MRP, our partners, and of course our partners along the side, JBG, that made all of this work. It's going to be just tremendous. And we'll break ground today, but I am most excited to come back for the ribbon cutting. So thank you for letting me be a small part of this, and I look forward to working with you all as we continue on. Thank you.
Thank you, council member. Again, projects like this don't happen by themselves, and especially projects like this that have a significant amount of affordable housing that are bringing another great grocery store option to the community and to Washington, D.C. And our mayor, the Washington Post wrote, I think last year, is doing things around affordable housing that no other mayor is doing in the country. And I think it's projects like this that are the example to prove why the district has one of the highest, if not the highest, per capita allocations for affordable housing in the country. Again, that deserves some applause, by the way. And not only do we have the highest amount of resources that we're devoting for affordable housing in the country, but we're getting those resources out the door. So I would like to welcome up our mayor, Mayor Muriel Bowser.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor.
Thank you.
Well, good morning, everybody. I am very excited to be here, and I am very excited to share the podium with a lot of leaders who have helped us develop Washington, D.C. across all 8 wards. But I am especially proud of my Deputy Mayor, Brian Kenner, and that deserves some applause. Brian and his team really hit the ground running in January 2015. It's hard to believe that we're coming up on finishing 3 years in office and working on our 4th year and really working on beyond that, because we know the program and the initiatives that we put in place across the District of Columbia, especially focused on affordable housing, is a wonderful thing for us to build on and necessary for the future of the District of Columbia. When I became mayor, we changed some things. We were spending out of our housing production trust fund about $50 million a year. That's all that was being generated. I pledged then that we would do at least $100 million a year, and we would make up the balance from our general fund. We were able to do that in 2015, 2016, 2017, and we'll do it again in 2018. And because of that steady commitment of government funds, you heard Brian say that we'll start our 6,000 unit. We'll be able to get to 8,000 units for sure, maybe more, in our first 4 years in office. And we know, and only by producing and steadily producing affordable housing units can we support our pledge to make D.C. more affordable for everyone. And I'm so happy that we have development partners, lenders, communities that are willing to work hand in hand with us to see that through. One other thing we changed when we came in, you heard the council member allude to it, where we had some projects that we had to look at again. And we went to our development partners and said, we don't like to change things, but in this case, we have an opportunity to reclaim affordable housing in Shaw. And opportunities to get affordable housing in Shaw are few and far between. So every opportunity that we have, we're going to take it. Even if that means that we had to go back to the table, work a few extra months to get to this day, I think it was worth it. What do you think? That's what I think. So we'll have 433 new Ward 1 neighbors, over 100 units, 132 units below market rates, so that more people will have an opportunity to live across all 8 wards. We also made a point to say that our Housing Production Trust Fund wouldn't concentrate only on 1 or 2 wards of the city, but the higher cost areas of the city also have to have investments in affordable housing. And in some cases, they need more investments of affordable housing if we are to make sure that we can preserve and create units in places like Shaw. So I am very pleased that we've had that focus over 3 years, that we've worked with our development partners to get to this day, and that in addition to having great residential units, we will have a big Whole Foods market. So let's welcome Whole Foods to this project as well, and we're looking forward to shopping at Whole Foods. Let me recognize, and that the councilwoman was already saying how important the ANC has been in this process. So let me acknowledge the ANC commissioners who are here. Cedric Muhammad, I think, is the commission for this single member district. So Cedric, thank you for your leadership. But very close. Very close. And I saw the other ANC commissioners here. Thank you for your support of this project and working with the development team, also on some exciting benefits for the surrounding neighborhood. Shaw Main Streets, Alex Padro, thank you for being here and your leadership and working not only from the planning stages, but through implementation of this project. So to MRP, Ellis Development, and JBG Smith, when do we get started? I see some ground moved, and we're going to open up real soon, and I'm looking forward to welcoming new neighbors. Thank you, everybody, for your participation.
As the mayor mentioned, this project would also not work without having strong private partners. Not only are those private partners important to a project like this to make sure that we get benefits out of a project, but also there were some additional community benefits that were a part of this project that I just want to mention as well. That there is a $200,000 grant that's going to the Community Foundation for the National Capital Region for job training for residents and employers within a 1-mile radius of this location. There's about $118,000 that's going to support the Shaw Main Streets for grants for locally based retailers to make capital improvements to their storefronts. a $100,000 grant to the Inclusive Innovation Incubator, which I can actually see right over there, to support its mission to provide spaces and resources to under-resourced members of our innovation and technology community in the District of Columbia, and $142,000 to Howard University to help with some of the Inclusive Innovation Incubator resources. And so projects like this, it's great in that not only does it help some of the immediate neighbors and provide resources, but also has an impact on businesses, employers, and other people immediately around here. With that, I'd like to, I think, invite up Bob Murphy from MRP to say a few words.
I'd like to echo Mayor Bowser and Deputy Mayor Kenner welcoming everybody to the Wren groundbreaking and thanking you for joining us here today. I joke with my friends and family that developer years are kind of like the opposite of dog years. It's, it feels like it's been a long time, but on a relative basis, this has been, if you take into consideration what we've accomplished with the PUD, full design, getting the whole food signed up, and then most significantly, and the part of this project I'm most proud about, and a credit to the Bowser administration, is the affordable housing. And the fact that we've 132 units at 30 and 50% AMI is just fantastic. And, a lot of credit to the administration, too. I know we as developers at MRP, we've, and they've been a catalyst for us to really shift a lot of our focus to affordable housing. And we're starting another project in the next 30 days. We'll do almost 300 units of 50% and below AMI starts, and we have 1,000 in the pipeline that will hopefully get going in the next 2 to 5 years. So, and that's all about the Bowser administration. So thank you very much, and thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, I'd like to welcome my partner Chip Ellis, a proud Howard alum.
Today is a great day for me as I stand here and see many of you who are a part of the community and have been instrumental in changing the landscape of the Shaw neighborhood that has created jobs, economic activity, and housing. I'm most proud of the work that Ellis Development Group has put into this neighborhood over the last 15 years that has resulted in creating jobs for the residents of D.C., created economic activity, and has resulted in the largest percentage of affordable housing and ground-up mixed-use development projects to date in this city. The Wren development project will bring with it jobs, affordable housing, and access to nutritious food for the Shaw community. For someone like me, whose great-grandparents came to this neighborhood in the 1920s and settled in the 1800 block of 9th Street, just down the street from here, and ran a food cafe called the Eureka Cafe while living above, the cafe, it gives me great satisfaction in knowing that I'm a part of a project that will continue to provide housing and nutritious food to the residents of Shaw. I'd like to thank my partners, MRP and Bob Murphy, in believing in this vision. I'd like to thank Mayor Bowser and Deputy Mayor Kenner's office. I'd like to thank Howard University for being great partners, Dr. Frederick, Tony Freeman, Derek Neese Williams, Miss Maybelle Bennett. I'd like to thank the Georgia Avenue Task Force and the late Sylvia Robinson, the Pleasant Plains Civic Association and Darren Jones, the Shaw Main Street's Alex Padro and Gretchen Wharton, the ANC 1B. And I'd also like to thank City First Bank for believing in Ellis Development Group and believing in this project. Thank you.
I'd like to bring up Kai Reynolds from JBG Smith.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Kenner. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. On behalf of JBG Smith, I just want to add our thanks and gratitude to Mayor Bowser and her staff and Deputy Mayor Kenner, his staff, Councilwoman Nadeau, the ANC, and everyone who has helped us here today. Particular thanks to our partners, Ellis Development and MRP. We share a very close relationship with MRP. Together we have developed or will develop 2 million square feet of real estate, including 1,000 units together. It's a bond we share closely and we treasure. So thanks for you guys very much. JBG Smith and Legacy JBG made its first investment in Shaw almost 10 years ago when we acquired the WMATA site at 8th and Florida. At the time was better known as a robust flea market, if anyone remembers what it was there on the corner. And shortly thereafter, we made an initial small investment in what became Atlantic Plumbing A, the 310-unit building right here. And since that time, over the last 10 years in the cumulative, Our investment exceeds over $500 million, and we've developed over 1,300 residential units, including 207 affordable ones, and 115,000 feet of retail space, including the Whole Foods that will be here shortly when this project opens. So again, thank you for being here. We're very excited about the continued progress in Shaw and D.C. I'm now going to hand it back over to Deputy Mayor Kenner.
Thank you, Kai. Our last speaker, we've talked a little bit about sort of the fresh food and the grocery store access opportunities. I also see Chad Shusky from the Washington, D.C. Economic Partnership, and I believe Washington, D.C. over the last 10 or 15 years has added somewhere north of about 35 new grocery stores to the District of Columbia. So we're very happy that grocery options continue to be plentiful here in the District of Columbia. So I'd like to bring up Brooke Buchanan, the Global Vice President from Whole Foods.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate you all being here. I'm really honored to be here today representing Whole Foods. We have been working on this project with our partners here for many, many months, and we're just excited about the new groundbreaking at the Wren for our Whole Foods market. So thank you all for being here. I'm really grateful to Mayor Bowser, Deputy Mayor Kenner, and all the city officials who've been supporting this project, as well as Bob Murphy of MRP, Kai Reynolds of JBG Smith. We value your partnership and really look forward to working with you and seeing this project through. With this 46,000 square foot store in our stores throughout the district, you'll see Whole Foods Market's continued innovation in areas like industry-leading quality standards, operating sustainably, as well as our deep commitment to local suppliers and the unique products that they supply for all the nutritious food that we do serve in our stores. So we're just super excited to be here today. We're excited to get breaking some ground and to open up as soon as we possibly can. Thank you so much.
The sound of the crane over there says that we're ready to break some ground over here. So let's go ahead and assemble, please. Sure.
So, I'll say, yeah.
Squeeze it, everybody. Well, okay, we're going to count down from 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Do it one more time. Okay.